Hi, it's Kathleen from Bailey Academy, mom of 5, homeschooling 2 of them, ages 11 and 14. Today I have a special video for you today. I'm going to be talking about Funschooling with Thinking Tree products in their books, and also I have a giveaway at the end, so make sure that you stick around for that. Alright, so what I wanted to share, this video idea is actually a collaboration with other homeschool YouTubers, and the Thinking Tree is the provider of the journals that I got to look at and also that you can win. And CJ from Homeschooling Through High School is the host of this little collaboration. So thanks to them for making this possible. And don't forget to check out the other videos in the playlist in the description and also enter for more chances to win. So I am in Canada, so I got to try out the PDF versions of the books, of a few different books, and I wanted to eventually, I'm going to flip you around and show you some of them. We've only started using one so far, but I have lots of plans for the other ones, both the rest of this year and future years to come. So I'll explain how I plan to use them as well. I've always wanted to try them. What is Funschooling? So Funschooling, which was invented by Sarah, I'll read for a little bit from the website. It says, using kids' natural talents and passions to ignite a love for learning. No more nagging and prodding needed, and homeschooling becomes fun. So there are different core journals based on a different bunch of interests, and these interests will ignite the learning by revolving around their passions. So, for example, they have a book all about space. So if your child really loves space, you get that book, and then your child can do lots of different things, watch documentaries, read books, maybe try crafts, things like that about that subject, and mark it down in their journal or fill in different things. Like I said, I'll show you what I mean. And it ignites their passion because it's something that they already like. So there's ones about baking, horses, endangered animals, even Minecraft. Lots of different things. And this was invented by a mom of 15, so she knows what she's talking about. And I love it that she has created so many of these different books for you to use, because you can choose which one fits with your child's interest. So, I think I will turn you around and show you what some of them are like. Okay, so these are PDFs, so I'm showing you on my computer, because I don't have them all printed or anything. So this is one that I picked out, all about dogs, Funschooling Journal, and this one is 365 pages. So, I mean, you could do one page a year if you homeschool every day, but otherwise it'll last you more than that. They each have a level, so this is what they call level A2 to B1, which is basically 7 and up. Now, I'm going to be using this with my 11-year-old, and I still think that she can absolutely use this. It's not too young for her. And so that's the Thinking Tree logo. They have different pages, okay? So some of them are like this one here. You can just put in your name, age, and address is like your first page. This one shows a little bit of what this curriculum covers. And so there's different things that you can use. So I like the PDF version, even if you were local to them, or I mean, you in the US. For example, this mentions months and days. My child does not need to practice months and days. She's 11. So I can just not print those pages out. I can just choose which ones I want to print. But if you prefer things in hardcover, then of course, not hardcover, in physical, then you can, of course, get that one and just choose to do the pages that interest you and your child. So there's different breeds of dogs. They could color it. They could just, nothing with it. That's really cute. And then like this, list or draw 8 things that you want to learn about. I like that it's for a list. You can write it or draw it, because my daughter's a little bit dysgraphia, and so it's hard for her to write. Choose 8 books to use as school books. So they want you to go to the library or in your stack of books and find books that you can be reading from and write them down. There's the date one. That, like I said, I will skip that one. Copying a verse or quote, so it has a place if you are faith-based, but you can also use a quote, so it doesn't have to be one or the other. Skip a couple pages here. There's write a short story about the picture that you see here. Reading time for an hour. Read each book for 15 minutes. Copy important words or pictures from each book here. This one is spelling time. Find 20 words with 4 letters each by looking in your books for words. Write the words here. Screen time. Watch a documentary, educational program, movie, or tutorial, and then you can write things about it. How you rate it. Draw a scene from the video. So I like that they're choosing their own videos or streaming movies or things like that. Math practice. Famous dogs in the history of the world. I'm definitely using this page. Name of dog, type of dog. But so it's like, it doesn't give you the information. It gives you a place to write or draw the information that you find on your own. Dogs in history. And then does that again. So you can do a couple pages a day like it suggests, but you can absolutely do it your own way as well. So there's drawing, nature study, more reading. So it repeats some of the same things over and over again in some ways, but some of them are different too. So those ones are the same, but like a different picture. Spelling time, movie, you know, and such and such. And it goes quite far down. Here's some writing practice. That's a little different. More dog learning with different dog breeds. I'll be definitely using those pages because my daughter loves dogs. So that gives you a quick like view of what's going on with that one. And then if you just give me a second. Okay, now this one is the Wild Wilderness Adventure Handbook, a survival guide, a science journal. And I got this one because I love the idea of, like, we go camping and stuff, but also just teaching them adventure, survival skills. I like that idea. So this one has Chapter 1, Section 2, Chapter 1, Section 1 through 3, the survival essentials, and how to with knots and lashings orienteering, first aid, survival bag, and survival scenarios. And so again, same thing. It's like a journal, so you can learn from any different. Now it's not loading for me. You can load on. Sorry about that. I was having some issues with that one, but okay. So here's a section on flora. You know, poison ivy. You can write down different things as you find out about them, and stinging nettle. Color this poisonous plant correctly so you can learn how to see what it looks like. Different plants. It goes over edible plants, medical plants. And then the fauna, the dangerous animals section. So they can research an animal that's dangerous in their area. I think it says that. Yeah, answer from your area. So she can look up what animals are dangerous in our area and then put the dangers that it represents and how to identify this animal, tips for avoiding or dealing with this animal, that sort of thing. And then there's that section. Let me just skip down a bit. Hunting, trapping, and fishing. Use books or the internet to find 5 hunting tips and write them below. So that's, you know, again, you kind of find the information yourself. These are just journals to write down your answers in, and kind of something they can keep as well. I'm going to switch to another one. This one, transportation history. We're going to be using this, not this year for sure, but I did already want to do transportation. I have some other resources for it. So now this will go with it. And I like that it includes, if it shows in a minute what it includes. This one is for, so it tells you the learning levels, B2, C1, and C2. I can't remember exactly. Oh, here it says here, about 9+ or younger with assistance. 3 pages per day if you wanted a 180-day school year. Otherwise, you can do it however you want. And this shows all the different transportation types that are included. And I love that it includes things that I've never even heard of, and ones that I don't know anything about. So I get to learn about them too. Some pictures of some old things there, a canoe, so they can read a book or watch a documentary and write down 5 interesting things that they learned. Trace this one, draw the missing parts, learn about canoes, copywork or creative writing, skis, and even tells you where they came from 8,000 BC when they were invented. That's crazy. Where in the world that transportation has been used. Blimp. That one's neat. Another one that I'm excited to use is the Chef's Funschooling Journal. I'm using this with my daughter because she loves cooking and is actually really good at it. And so I like that, again, she can already cook the things she wants, but it also gives you ideas. It has recipes in it. So this includes cooking challenges, global recipes, illustration practice, research prompts, nutrition facts, films and documentaries, math practice, superfoods, history of food, holidays and traditions, and meal planning. So again, they can, like, cooking challenge, make a soup using only 4 ingredients. Which ones will you choose? I think these things are so cool for someone who already knows how to do a little bit of cooking. And then there's reading time, screen time, math practice, design a meal using a superfood. Here's actual recipe. Like, these is so cute, and like I love that I can print anything that I want and just skip the ones that I don't want. So that's cool. Now, one thing that like, there's lots of ones to choose from. Let me just take you a quick view of their page. Okay, so this is the Funschooling with Thinking Tree website, and she's a little welcome here if you want to learn more about her. One thing that's important to note is that the books are designed for kids with dyslexia, dyscalculia, and possibly even dysgraphia, but these two especially, so they have specific help, something called dyslexia games, and there's so that's like specifically books that have those games in it that are helpful for the child to work on their reading. And then the dyscalculia help, we have one of those books. It's called Mathcraft. This thing here, what is Mathcraft? So we are working on one of these books right now, and so she has a way for I'm looking at doing the one that's talking about practicing their math facts, and so we've been having trouble with that, and we've been finding that the Mathcraft is really helping because it's becoming fun, but she is actually learning. It's for those who have trouble memorizing math facts and multiplication tables, whether they have dyscalculia or not. So some could panic. This explains like how it works and stuff like that. What you need to do. So there's things you print out on cardstock, little, cards, or there's little, things you have to make it to spend a little bit of money, if you want to use those parts. But, it's like really supposed to help them. We skipped a couple things because of where my daughter's at. But you can definitely see that this is going to be helpful for her to finally learn her math facts, I believe, and I'll report back on that later. I'm going to flip you around. So one more thing I wanted to mention as well is that they have a couple of books for the moms. So I also got the Mom's Homeschooling Handbook, which has it's like a journal for me, so I can put my priorities, my goals. I can show how I'm feeling today and what do I need to do to help my mood. Books that I am reading, I can write those down as well. An illustrated to-do list, ideas for fun and learning together, food that I've eaten. I can make up my own recipes or write them down, my favorite recipes. I can color. So it's got lots of cool things in it that I can do as my own little journal, which I really love the idea of because I already, do things like learning stuff for myself, and I like that I can just journal and keep track of it. So there are so many to choose from, and that's where the giveaway comes in. In a minute, I'm going to pull up my information. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so if you're interested in winning a Funschooling book of your choice, physical if you're in the US or PDF if you're international, you need to do the following, and then make sure that after you've entered, that you go to the link in my description to check out the other videos and enter there so you have more chances to win. All right, so it says here, let's see. Contest rules. Okay, so no purchase is necessary. I'm going to put the rest of the contest rules in the description. Like I said, you must be 18 or older, but otherwise you can be US or you can be international. US winners can choose a physical book or a PDF. International winners must receive a PDF. So the giveaway from this video, if you're watching this, the giveaway is open until Wednesday, November 19th, 2025 at be 7 p.m. Eastern. So work out your time zone there. And then I will be choosing a winner randomly, and you have 24 hours to claim your prize. Okay, so how do you enter? So first you must be a subscriber of this channel. So if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. You must give me a thumbs up. So if you haven't already done that, give me a thumbs up. And then comment below and tell me which type of book you might want. Doesn't mean you're committing to the one that you wrote, but just tell me which theme sounds most interesting. You can check out their website to see all their options. I have that link in the description. And yeah, just give me a what you think about Funschooling. Have you tried it before, and or specifically like what type of book you think that your children might like, or that you'd want to use with your children. So subscribe, like, and the most important one is to comment, so that I have some way of getting a hold of you. So I will be commenting back on your comments. So make sure you have your notifications turned on or something like that, or come back and check. All right. All right. Okay. So good luck, and I will check in and announce the winner on my channel as well. Not the video, but like in the other part there. Okay. Good luck. Bye.